That great American story, great Southern American story, To Kill a Mockingbird, has come to life again on the stage of the Repertory Theater of St. Louis. Whether in a play or in a movie or in the original novel, Harper Lee has given us such a powerful story that we can be moved whatever the medium in which it's told. Our anger rises up at the injustice done to good Tom Robinson. Our eyes grow misty when the Reverend Sykes orders, "Stand up, Scout, your father is passing by." And our admiration swells again for Atticus Finch, and our pride and our hope that this is what America should be. All of that we get in the adaptation by Christopher Sergel that Risa Brainin has directed at the Rep in a mostly clear staging. I did have trouble making out what was happening there near the end when that perfect embodiment of malevolent white trash, Bob Ewell, played uncompromisingly against his usual type by Alan Noel, attacks the Finch children, and they're rescued by Boo Radley. It is night, but a little more light wouldn't have hurt. Michael Clare's lights do better in the night scene of the aborted lynching. The Boo Radley story has, to me, always felt a little forced in the stage adaptation. The end of the trial seems the proper conclusion. That's the story that has moved us. The children's encounters with Boo and his brother play a larger part in the novel. They do make a significant contribution in the end to young Scout's education in the bad and the good in life, as the trial has done. Still, it feels tacked on. Perhaps the lack in this production of an actual Radley house marginalized their story more for me. Director Brainin has staged the scenes against scenic designer Narelle Sisson's weathered wood backdrop. When the Finch housekeeper Calpurnia, a no-nonsense Tanesha Gary, wants the children, she rolls out a screen door to call from. Cranky neighbor Mrs. Dubose, played by Cynthia Darlow, leans out a window attached to the wheelchair her attendant rolls her out in so she can yell at the kids. She's another source of a lesson for Scout and her older brother Jem, as is Amy Louie's warm-hearted neighbor Miss Maudie Atkinson. Terrell Donnell's Sledge is quietly sympathetic as the accused. Kimmy Kidd movingly reacts to her husband's fate. As Tom's accuser, Rachel Fenton is twisted and turned between fierce accusation and guilty conscience. Like Jerry Vogel's Sheriff Tate, Whit Reichert's Judge Taylor is as fair as possible, trapped in injustice by their time and place. As the prosecuting attorney, Ben Nordstrom plays well short of mustache-twirling nastiness. Christopher Harris doubles as Boo Radley and as a depression-bitten local farmer. Lenne Klingaman narrates the memories of the adult Jean Louise Finch, while Kaylee Ryan is her younger self, Scout, Ronan Ryan, her brother Jem, and Carly Mathis, their friend Dill. The youngsters acquit themselves well, but their lack of mature lung power makes them often difficult to hear. Jonathan Gillard Daly is not Hollywood handsome, but he's a fine small-town Alabama lawyer with Atticus' tender authority. Devin Painter's costumes are so right you hardly notice them. In a lovely touch, Michael Keck, who plays the Reverend Sykes, has composed music that is sung by the black community of the town. Their presence emphasizes the stark divide between the white and the black communities.
Yes, and I agree with you that the absence of Boo Radley's house was a problem at the end.
Yeah, interesting staging, but I was a little unhappy with it sometimes.